20 US VHS rentals the 12th of October 1985. Down 3 at 20, Pinocchio. Walt Disney's original classic that taught the world to wish upon a star. A living puppet with the help of a cricket as his conscience must prove himself worthy to become a real boy. New in at 19, Amadeus. Everything you've heard is true. The life, success, and troubles of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, as told by Antonio Salieri, the contemporary composer who was deeply jealous of Mozart's talent and claimed to have murdered him. New in at 18, Friday the 13th, Part 5. A new beginning to the first step in terror. Still haunted by his past, Tommy Jarvis, who, as a child, killed Jason Voorhees, is sent to a secluded halfway house in the countryside, where the killing of a young man triggers a brutal series of murders in the area. Down 6 to 17, The Mean Season. The best story he'll ever write, the worst nightmare he'll ever live, is just a phone call away. When a teenager is shot at the beach, a journalist from the Miami Journal is sent to cover the story. He's called by the murderer and told there'll be 4 more. Non-mover at 16, Places in the Heart. The story of a woman fighting for her children, for her land, for the greatest dream there is, the future. In North Texas, in the 30s, a widow with 2 small children tries to save her small 40-acre farm with the help of a blind boarder and the black handyman. New entry at 15, The Breakfast Club. 5 high school students meet in Saturday Ascension and discover how they have a great deal more in common than they thought. 5 strangers with nothing in common except each other. Non-mover at 14, The Flamingo Kid. A legend in his own neighborhood. A recent high school graduate, unsure of his future, gets a summer job at the Flamingo Beach Club and meets the charismatic Phil Brody. Up 2 to 13, Runaway. It is the future. Machines are programmed to turn against us. Someone must stop the madman who started it all. A police officer specializes in malfunctioning robots. When a robot turns out to have been programmed to kill, he begins to uncover a homicidal plot to create killer robots, and his son becomes a target. Down 3 to 12, Mrs. Soffel. Love is the ultimate freedom. Diane Keaton stars as a prison warden's wife who falls in love with a death row convict. Believing he's innocent, she helps him and his convicted brother escape. Up 2 to 11, The Terminator. Your future is in its hands. A cyborg assassin from the future attempts to find and kill a young woman who is destined to give birth to a warrior that would lead a resistance to save humankind from extinction. Up 8 to 10, A Passage to India. David Lean, the director of Dr. Zhivago, Lawrence of Arabia, and The Bridge on the River Kwai, invites you on a passage to India. Cultural mistrust and false accusations doom a friendship in British colonial India between an Indian doctor, an English woman engaged to marry a city magistrate, and an English educator. Up 1 to 9, Stick. It's his last chance, and he's gonna fight for it. Stick meets up with a friend and joins him on a job delivering a bag. His friend gets killed in the setup. Stick gets away and is ready to forget it all and see his daughter, but they won't forget. Non-mover at 8 for A Nightmare on Elm Street. She is the only one who can stop it. If she fails, no one survives. Teenager Nancy Thompson must uncover the dark truth concealed by her parents after she and her friends become target of the spirit of a serial killer with a bladed glove in her dreams. Down 2 to 7, Falcon and the Snowman. They were best friends from the best families. Then they committed the crime against their country and became two of the most wanted men in America. The true story of a disillusioned military contractor employee and his drug pusher childhood friend who become walking spies for the Soviet Union. Up 1 to 6, Starman. In 1977, Voyager 2 was launched into space, inviting all life forms in the universe to visit our planet. Get ready, company's coming. An alien takes the form of a young Wisconsin widow's husband and makes her drive to his departure point in Arizona. Distrustful government agents, along with the more ambivalent scientists, give pursuit in the hopes of intercepting them. 1 to 5, The Sure Thing. He's onto a sure thing, but ends up on the funniest journey to romance you've ever seen. Walter Gibson is a university freshman going through the dry spell. His old buddy arranges a sure thing for him in California. Gibson and his classmate Allison take a long road trip to Cali, and both foil each other's plans. Non-mover at 4 for A Soldier's Story. Alone, far from home, and far from justice, he has just 3 days to learn the truth about a murder, and the truth is a story you won't forget. An African-American officer investigates a murder of a racially charged situation in World War II. Non-mover at 3 for The Karate Kid. He taught him the secret to karate lies in the mind and heart, not in the hands. Recently relocated from New Jersey to LA, Daniel becomes the target of a gang of Cobra Kai dojo students. Mr. Miyagi saves him with expert karate skills. Daniel convinces him to teach him to defend himself and put his bullies in their places. Down 1 to 2 for The Killing Fields. Every so often there is a film that is destined to be talked about and remembered for years to come. A journalist is trapped in Cambodia during Pol Pot's bloody Year Zero cleansing campaign. Up 1 to number 1, Desperately Seeking Susan. Every man is desperate to have her. One woman is desperate to be her, but someone is desperate to kill her, if they can figure out who she is. A bored New Jersey suburban housewife's fascination with a free-spirited woman she has read about in the personal columns leads her to be mistaken for the woman herself. Thanks for watching, and see Asesina una Tormenta.
Take me back to the 80s. Back then, summers they were lazy. Stepped up, knock on your door to see if you were coming out tonight. No FaceTiming people that I wanna see. I had them there standing right next to me. Blockbuster star, baby, Saturday night, get in line, oh. Playing tapes on my hi-fi. There were no issues with the Wi-Fi. MTV playing the hits with all the kids dancing around.